Hello, everybody. I have decided to start a new series here on this channel where I read novels, be they web novels or light novels. And I've decided to start with one of my favorite that I have been obsessing over for the past year. It is called Catastrophic Necromancer. Another name for it is Disastrous Necromancer. Now, before I start, I wanted to say that I do apologize if I mispronounce any names in this. This is a Chinese manhwa. So, I probably will mispronounce quite a few things wrong. So, I do apologize for that. With that being said, we are going to start Chapter 1, and this has over 4,000 chapters so far. I don't know if it's close to being done yet, but yeah. With that being said, I hope you enjoy me reading through this, and I hope you enjoy this story as much as I have been. With that being said, let's get started. Catastrophic Necromancer, Chapter 1, The Career Transition Ceremony Begins. In the Divine Summer Empire, Jiangning Province, West Sea City. On the playground of West Sea First High School, several career professionals were setting up a magic array. Today, over 100 third-year high school students at West Sea First High School were undergoing their unified career transition. The students sat upright, listening attentively to Principal Lu Yun's speech. Students, after 3 years of study, you have all learned and mastered the theoretical knowledge about career professionals. Principal Lu Yun began. Today is the day of your career transition, a day that will determine your future lives. I won't say much more, but I hope that each of you can reach the heights of student Su Jiangxing and become pillars of our human race. The Su Qianjing mentioned by Lu Yun was once a student at First High School who transitioned into a holy mage and is currently a powerful figure at level 80. Lu Yun often used his story to inspire students. Lin Moyu gazed at the nearly completed transition magic array on the playground, his eyes slightly lowered with anticipation. Having been in this world for several years, he already knew what kind of world it was. This world was integrated with game elements where people would undergo career transitions in their third year of high school. They could gain experience by clearing dungeons, exploring secret realms, joining battlefields, or killing monsters in the wild. Gaining experience allowed them to level up, master skills, and enhance their strength. They fought against various demons and monsters to carve out a space for human survival. Countless human ancestors had shed their blood and sacrificed their lives to create the life they now enjoy. The success rate of career transition had long since reached 100%, with the only question being the quality of the career obtained. The most sought after were naturally the main combat careers, followed by support careers, and lastly the lifestyle careers. However, this was just a general classification. While combat careers were indeed popular, it didn't mean that support and lifestyle careers were inferior. Powerful support careers were equally in demand, whether for dungeon runs, secret realm explorations, or on the front battlefields. Support careers were indispensable. In some places, they would rather have one less damage dealer than lack a support. The same was true for lifestyle careers. There had been instances of god-tier lifestyle career professionals who were equally formidable. In Lin Moyu's understanding, whether a career was powerful or not mainly depended on the individual. There were trash combat professionals and god-tier support professionals. As a beam of light shot into the sky, the transition magic array was fully set up. Lu Yun waved his hand. "Follow me, let's go." He led the more than 100 third-year students towards the playground. Lin Moyu followed the group, pondering what career he might transition into. No one could predict what career they would get. Some people who performed averagely in daily life ended up transitioning into powerful combat careers. Others who excelled in their studies only became lifestyle professionals. Although he and Jia Sui were known as the two geniuses of First High, what career he would actually transition into would only be known once he entered the array. A hand patted his shoulder, and Gao Yang approached with a smile. "What career do you want to transition into the most?" Lin Moyu looked at him and shook his head without answering. Gao Yang continued smiling. "Come on, tell me. It doesn't hurt to say. Let me tell you, I want to become a knight the most. Look at my tall and strong build. I definitely look imposing as a knight. And I could protect girls, too." His physique was indeed suitable for the knight career. But transitioning into a combat career was difficult. Lin Moyu had calculated the probability was only around 10%. Among these 100 plus people, no more than 15 would become combat professionals. Gao Yang kept talking, but Lin Moyu only smiled faintly without responding. Lin Moyu rarely spoke. Although his grades were good, he didn't have many friends. Many people thought Lin Moyu was strange. After saying a few more words, Gao Yang went to talk to others. Someone pulled Gao Yang aside. "What were you talking to the mute about? He won't answer you anyway." "Yeah, just because his grades are a bit better. What's so great about that? We don't even know what career he'll transition into today. It might just be a lifestyle career." The group chatted among themselves. Lin Moyu wasn't very popular amongst his classmates, with many thinking he was too cold and arrogant. They thought he looked down on others because of his good grades. Gao Yang smiled and said, "Actually, Moyu just doesn't like talking much." Unfortunately, no one believed him. Lin Moyu wouldn't bother to explain. There was no need. The group arrived in front of the magic array. Lu Yun stepped forward and respectfully addressed an elderly man. "Master Zhang, thank you for your trouble today." Master Zhang shook his head. "It's what I should do." Master Zhang didn't hide his personal information, which was visible to everyone. "Zhang Qian, level 52, Array Master." Lin Moyu was slightly surprised. An Array Master, and at such a high level of 52. Array Masters were considered rare support careers and weren't common. Array Masters were highly sought after on the battlefield. Once they set up an array, anyone who entered that area would die. After exchanging a few words with Zhang Qian, Lu Yun walked back. He took out a list and looked at the students. "Next, I'll call out names, and those students will enter the transition magic array. We taught you everything you need to know, and you'll understand it. Don't be nervous, just relax. First, Zhu Da." Zhu Da responded and walked to the transition magic array with some trepidation. The array rumbled into operation, accompanied by a burst of brilliant light, and Zhu Da's transition was complete. "Lifestyle career, farmer. Zuda's face paled slightly, not expecting to become a farmer. Zuda became a farmer. Being a farmer is fine too. If he can upgrade to become a great farming artisan, or even a saint farming artisan in the future, it's still a good career. Yes, among lifestyle careers, farmer isn't bad at all. Chapter 2. Transition Anomaly. I won't lose to you. After Zuda stepped down from the array, his close friends gathered to console him. Zhang Li, whose name was called, jogged into the array. Again, there was a burst of brilliant light. Lifestyle career. Chef. Zhang Li was satisfied with his career. My dad is a chef. I didn't expect to become one too. I guess this is following in my father's footsteps. Hong Wen. Niu Da. One by one, people went up for their career transitions. Most became lifestyle professionals. Occasionally, there were a few support careers, while main combat were even rarer. As more and more people underwent their transition, Lu Yun's expression became less pleasant. Jiang Qian stood beside Lu Yun as the one who set up the transition array. He was very clear about the transition situations. This year's students are average, he commented. Hearing Jiang Qian's words, Lu Yun also sighed. Indeed. He went, we haven't had a single rare career yet. Jiang Qian scoffed. Rare careers? How many years has it been since your first high produced a rare career? It would be good enough to get a high-level combat career. Lu Yun's smiled wryly. True, each year only one or two rare careers emerge in the entire West Sea city. I was hoping for too much. Jia Sui. Lu Yun called another name. Jia Sui responded. Before departing, Jia Sui glanced at Lin Mo Yu, her eyes flashing with a hint of challenge. She and Lin Mo Yu were known as the two geniuses of First High. However, in terms of grades, Lin Mo Yu always surpassed Jia Sui, with Jia Sui consistently ranking second. Jia Sui had always harbored resentment, refusing to admit defeat. Lin Mo Yu ignored Jia Sui's challenge as if he hadn't seen it, maintaining his calm demeanor. Humph. I'll show you who the real genius is, Jia Sui thought. Jia Sui, like a proud swan, strode confidently into the transition array. Jiang Qian, who had kept his eyes closed, suddenly opened them to look at Jia Sui. This girl is not bad. Lu Yun was slightly startled. Why do you say that, Master Jiang? Her spiritual power is more than twice that of any ordinary person. She might transition into a mage. A mage? Lu Yun immediately perked up. Mages were high-level combat careers. So far this year, there hadn't been any high-level combat careers. If it turned out to be a special type of mage, it would definitely be a career, a rare career. The array activated, emitting a dazzling light. Suddenly, two giant fireballs rose from the light, exploding like fireworks. Lu Yun trembled with excitement. An anomaly! A rare career! The appearance of an anomaly signified a rare career. Main combat rare career. Elemental mage. Lu Yun's mood was incredibly excited. They had just been talking about how rare careers were just a dream. Who would have thought that their wish would be granted so soon after making it? Wow, Jia Sui is amazing. It's actually a main combat rare career. An elemental mage. That's so powerful. I heard that as they level up, their attack power becomes terrifying. That's right. A god-tier elemental mage could wipe out a city like our West Sea City with just one forbidden spell. As expected of a genius, living up to the name. Jia Sui, equally excited, stepped down from the array. Zhang Qian specifically said, "Young lady, you're quite impressive." Lu Yun's face was now beaming like a blooming chrysanthemum, overjoyed. Jia Sui bowed respectfully to Zhang Qian. "Thank you for your praise, senior." After Jia Sui returned, a group of classmates surrounded her, asking questions nonstop. A main combat rare career was truly a rare as phoenix feathers and unicorn horns. Careers were not only classified but also graded. Except for lifestyle careers, which weren't graded, combat and support careers could have divided into 5 grades: low, medium, high, rare, and legendary. Legendary careers were almost never seen. The entire Divine Supreme Empire might not produce one in 10 years. Rare careers were relatively more common. West Sea City would produce 1 each year, sometimes even 2. Now Jia Sui, like Su Qianxing, whom Lu Yun often mentioned, both had main combat rare careers. Lin Mo Yu. Lin Mo Yu heard his name and walked towards the array. Jia Sui watched Lin Mo Yu, her eyes full of challenge. Lu Yun asked, "Master Zhang, what do you think of this child?" Zhang Qian looked at Lin Mo Yu. "Apart from being exceptionally calm, I don't see anything special." Lu Yun said, "Our school has 2 geniuses, Jia Sui, who just went in second. He is first." Zhang Qian said flatly, "Academic performance and career transition have no necessary connection. You should understand this principle." Lu Yun certainly understood, but he still held hope. If they could get another rare career, that would be incredible. The array activated, bursting with brilliant light. Suddenly, the originally bright sky darkened, and in the blink of an eye, dark clouds pressed down. Cold winds blew from all directions, and the temperature dropped sharply. Day turned into night, as if doomsday had arrived. Why is it suddenly windy? Look at all those dark clouds. There's no forecast for rain. This wind is so cold. Lu Yun asked in surprise, "What's happening?" Zhang Qian stared at the array and said calmly, "An anomaly. A transition anomaly." Lu Yun almost cried out. Such a grand transition anomaly was unheard of. He then became excited with such a big anomaly. It would be unthinkable if it didn't result in a rare career. He just didn't know if it would be a support class or a combat class. "Impossible! I won't lose to you." Jia Sui clenched her fists. This anomaly was much grander than hers. Though unwilling to admit defeat, judging solely by the anomaly, she had to concede. Chapter 3. A skeleton warrior from the garbage heap. Suddenly, a classmate shouted, "Look! There's movement in the dark clouds." Everyone looked up. Points of firelight rose from the dark clouds. The firelight floated in the air, rising and falling. Besides the firelights, there seemed to be something else. Moreover, a grating sound of friction came from the dark clouds, making one's teeth ache. Finally, a sharp-eyed classmate clearly saw what was in the clouds and fell to the ground in fright. "They're skeletons! The clouds are full of skeletons!" As he spoke, the scene in the clouds was fully revealed. Thousands upon thousands of skeletons packed tightly together, the firelights clearly being the soul fires in their skulls. Each skeleton emitted a pale white light, grotesque and terrifying. Although they knew it was just a manifestation, many classmates still retreated in fear. One of those soul fires descended from the sky, landing on Lin Mo Yu. Then all the manifestations instantly disappeared, everything returning to normal. Unique hidden career, Necromancer. Not a rare career, but a hidden career. And a unique hidden career at that. This meant that this career existed only once in the entire world. Unless Lin Mo Yu died, there wouldn't be a second person with the same career. Hidden careers were even rarer than rare careers, even rarer than legendary careers. Whether it was powerful or not was unclear, but it was certainly rare. Lin Mo Yu's Necromancer career was the only one in the world. Lin Mo Yu is amazing. He actually got a hidden career and a unique one at that. How could the mute be so lucky? Could there be an error in the array? Hidden careers aren't necessarily powerful. In history, there have been many people with hidden careers that weren't that great. Right. Hidden careers are just rare, not necessarily powerful. But the manifestation just now was so scary, and his career is called Necromancer. Does that mean he'll always be dealing with dead people? He doesn't talk much anyway, so dealing with dead people is perfect for him. He won't need to talk at all. Lin Mo Yu came down from the array after fully awakening his career. A unique hidden career. He was also somewhat excited, but nothing could be seen on his face. He didn't show emotion on his face. The shock and excitement were best kept in his heart. Why put them on display? Wait a moment, Zhang Qian suddenly called out as Lin Mo Yu passed by. Lin Mo Yu turned and bowed to Zhang Qian. What can I do for you, senior? He wasn't unable to speak. He just spoke very little. He wouldn't neglect necessary etiquette. Zhang Qian asked, Your career is a hidden one, which I've never seen before. Could you demonstrate a skill? Faced with Zhang Qian's request, Lin Mo Yu didn't refuse. Please wait a moment, senior. Having just completed the transition, he wasn't fully familiar with himself yet. He checked his attributes. Name, Lin Mo Yu. Career, Necromancer. Unique. Level 1, 0%. Strength, 10. Agility, 10. Spirit, 20. Constitution, 10. Equipment, none. Summoning space, 0 out of 10. Skills, Soul Fire, level 1. Summon Skeleton Warrior, level 1. Soul Fire, level 1, burns the target's soul, causing scorching damage. Power depends on one's spirit and skill level. Summon Skeletal Warrior, level 1. Summons one Iron Rake Skeleton Warrior. Skeletons are ranked as Iron, Bronze, Silver, Gold, Diamond, Legendary, God tier. In terms of attributes, Spirit was superior to the other two. This also indicated the positioning of the Necromancer, belonging to the Mage class of careers. The Soulfire skill also demonstrated this point. However, the Summon Skeleton Warrior skill was somewhat similar to the Summoner career. Soulfire was certainly not suitable for a demonstration, so Lin Mo Yu chose to summon a Skeleton Warrior. As the skill activated, a black vortex appeared beside Lin Mo Yu. Then a Skeleton Warrior, burning with Soulfire, walked out of the vortex. His spirit instantly dropped from 20 points to 10, consuming a full half. The iron-ranked skeleton's warrior's bones were all gray in color. There were many cracks all over his body, and even the blade in its hand was old and broken, seemingly picked up from some junk pile. Not just the blade, the entire skeleton warrior looked like it came from a garbage heap. Such an iron-ranked skeleton warrior didn't look powerful at all, seeming like it might fall apart at any moment. Lin Moyu also took the opportunity to check the skeleton warrior's attributes. Iron-ranked skeleton warrior. Strength, 15. Agility, 15. Spirit, 15. Constitution, 15. Skills, none. The four main attributes were quite balanced. No strengths, no weaknesses, currently no skills, only capable of normal attacks. It wasn't particularly impressive. When the skeleton warrior appeared, the classmates let out a collective gasp, unconsciously stepping back again. People tend to fear terrifying things. Only a few brave ones showed no reaction, like Gao Yang, who, on the contrary, showed a hint of curiosity. Zhang Qian's fingertips glowed with like a gentle breeze falling onto the skeleton warrior. The skeleton warrior's eyes immediately flashed red, looking towards Zhang Qian, its soul fire also flickering violently. Skeleton warrior has been attacked. Counterattack? Will automatically counterattack if no choice is made within 10 seconds. A message suddenly appeared in Lin Moyu's mind, and he quickly ordered the skeleton warrior not to move. Zhang Qian smiled. It has quite high alertness. Chapter 4. Do you like our Moyu? Zhang Qian was a level 52 professional with a high-level detection skill. Lin Moyu was only level 1, yet his summon showed hostility toward Zhang Qian. Through his detection skill, Zhang Qian saw the skeleton warrior's attributes. The attributes were ordinary, nothing special. After all, Lin Moyu was only level 1, so these attributes couldn't reveal much about the career's strength. Perhaps when he reaches a higher level, this skeleton warrior might become formidable. Zhang Qian waved his hand. Thank you. Work hard. You might have potential in the future. Lin Moyu bowed to Zhang Qian again. The skeleton warrior followed behind Lin Moyu, making creaking sounds and accompanied by gusts of cold wind, adding to its terrifying aura. As he returned, many classmates unconsciously distanced themselves from him. The skeleton was too frightening. Gao Yang approached. Can I touch it? He asked. Lin Moyu nodded, indicating it was okay. Gao Yang bravely reached out to touch the skeleton warrior. It felt like steel, but cold. The flame on its skull had no heat. In fact, it felt colder than the closer one got to the flame. Gao Yang asked, Is this skeleton powerful? Lin Moyu shook his head. It should be stronger than you. Really? I don't quite believe it. It looks a bit shabby. At this moment, Lu Yun called Gao Yang's name. Gao Yang responded, I'll go for my transition now. We'll talk later. Lin Moyu looked at the skeleton warrior and slightly thought, recall. A vortex appeared in front of him, and the skeleton warrior disappeared into it. His summoning space attribute also changed accordingly. Originally, it was summoning space 0 out of 10. Now it became summoning space 1 out of 10. Skeleton warrior, quantity 1. Lin Moyu carefully examined the description of the summoning space. The summoning space was a place to store summons. Unused summons could be kept there and summoned at any time when needed. Summoning from the space didn't require spirit power consumption. This meant he could summon the skeleton warrior and keep it in the summoning space, ready to be called out at any time when needed. Currently, the summoning space had a capacity of 10 slots, able to hold 10 skeleton warriors. If a summon was injured, it could quickly recover in the summoning space. As his level increased, the capacity of summoning spaces would also increase. Lin Moyu recalled the scene he saw during his transition. What he saw during the transition was completely different from what others saw. He saw a dragon, a giant dragon, The dragon soared in the sky, occasionally letting out painful cries. In an instant, it fell back to the ground, rolling frantically. Lin Moyu saw skeleton warriors crawling all over the dragon's body, at least 1,000 of them. The skeleton warriors swung their blades, constantly striking the dragon. Each hit caused a terrible wound. No matter how the dragon struggled, it was futile. Apart from wailing, the dragon had no recourse. In less than a minute, the dragon fell with a mournful cry. The light in its eyes completely faded. The scene showed Lin Moyu just how strong the skeleton warrior could be. Once they reached a certain number, they could slaughter even a dragon like a pig. Lin Moyu believed that one day he could reach that level, slaughtering dragons as easily as dogs. The transition array burst with brilliant light. Gao Yang's transition was complete. High-level combat career, sword and shield knight. It really turned out as Gao Yang wished. He became a knight. And not just an ordinary knight, but a high-level career, a sword and shield knight. Although both were knights, there was a fundamental difference. Otherwise, it wouldn't qualify for the title of high level. Gao Yang ran back excitedly. See? I told you I could become a knight. Lin Moyu rarely showed a smile, and even gave Gao Yang a thumbs up. Gao Yang laughed heartily, patting Lin Moyu's shoulder. From now on, we'll run dungeons together. I'll stand in front of you. How does that saying go? Let me think. He slapped his forehead. If you want to kill me, you'll have to step over your own corpse. Lin Moyu was speechless, unable to bear this guy's antics, and finally spoke. You said it backwards. Gao Yang exclaimed in surprise. You finally decided to speak? I said it backwards on purpose, didn't you notice? Notice my ass. What do you mean on purpose? You said it wrong and won't admit it. What a joker. Lin Moyu gave Gao Yang a disdainful look. Finally, everyone's transitions were complete. Lu Yun led them back to the main classroom. This time, 106 students from the first high school underwent transition, with Lin Moyu getting a hidden career. 12 transitioned into combat careers, 18 into support careers, and the rest into lifestyle careers. This ratio was considered quite good, and Lu Yun was very satisfied. Students, the transitions are now complete. Regardless of what career you've transitioned into, you all need to work hard to level up and improve your skill proficiency. Starting tomorrow, West Sea City's novice leveling dungeon will be open to all of you. You can enter the dungeon for practical combat and leveling. For those with lifestyle careers, don't worry. The school has arranged a life skills hall where teachers will guide you in mastering various life skills. I hope that in the big exam of a week from now, all of you can achieve good results and enter the higher education institutions of your choice. Everyone was familiar with the information about the novice leveling dungeon. The monsters inside ranged from level 1 to 8, and there weren't many of them, with low difficulty. It was much safer compared to the wilderness outside West Sea City. Of course, you could choose not to go to the novice leveling dungeon and head straight to the wilderness. As for life and death, well, that's your own business. As school ended, Jia Sui blocked Lin Moyu's path. Gao Yang grinned. Miss Jia, what's this? Do you like our Moyu? Jia Sui frowned. Get lost. As you command. Gao Yang left very promptly. Chapter 5. God Tier Talent, God Tier Passive, the Unkillable Cockroach. Jia Sui stood at 1.7 meters tall, with a graceful figure and a delicate face. Many considered her the school beauty and goddess. Unfortunately, Lin Moyu was even taller at 1.85 meters tall, forcing even Jia Sui to look up at him. Lin Moyu, I want to challenge you, Jia Sui declared. Lin Moyu looked at her with a puzzling expression. Knowing Lin Mo Yu didn't like to talk, Xiao Sui continued. I want to compete with you on who gets better results in the big exam. Do you dare? Oh, Lin Mo Yu responded, moving past Xiao Sui. Xiao Sui stomped her foot. It's settled then. I won't always lose to you. Xiao Sui had thought her rare career would surely outshine Lin Mo Yu today. She hadn't expected Lin Mo Yu to get a hidden career. Regardless of the necromancer's strength, it was clear she had lost again. But Xiao Sui refused to admit defeat. Lin Mo Yu returned home. The house was empty. He prepared a simple meal for himself. The room was sparsely furnished, with almost no furniture. A single photograph stood out prominently. In the photo were Lin Mo Yu, a young, beautiful woman, and an elderly lady with white hair. The Lin Mo Yu in the photo was smiling in the sunlight, completely different from how he looked now. Besides him, the young woman and the elderly lady were also smiling. The photo was taken 3 years ago. Having transmigrated here, he inherited the original owner's memories and emotions, feeling deep affection for the two in the photo. In his previous life on Earth, he was an orphan with no family. Here, he had relatives who loved and cared for him. He cherished this doubly. But good times didn't last. 2 years ago, his grandmother passed away from illness. A year ago, his sister had left for the summer capital university. Now only he remained at home. Lin Mo Yu spoke less and less, becoming increasingly cold. I will also go to summer capital university, Lin Mo Yu firmly told himself. Not for any other reason, but because Lin Mohan was there. However, summer capital university was extremely difficult to get into. Last year, only Lin Mohan from the entire West Sea City had been admitted. There was a knock at the door. Principal Lu Yun, stood at the door holding a package. Mo Yu, here's some food for you to eat. I'll bring you some fresh food in a few days. Lin Mo Yu accepted the food. Thank you. Lu Yun nodded. You'll be entering the dungeon tomorrow. Rest well. For the past year, Lu Yun had been bringing food every few days. This was a promise he made to Lin Mohan. Last year, Lin Mohan was admitted to Summer Capital University as the top student from West Sea City. But Lin Mohan didn't want to go because she wanted to stay and take care of her brother Lin Mo Yu. Once at Summer Capital University, she wouldn't be able to return for at least 3 years. Lu Yun repeatedly persuaded Lin Mohan, promising to take good care of Lin Mo Yu. Only then did Lin Mohan agree to go to Summer Capital University. It was a great honor for a city like West Sea City to have a student admitted to Summer Capital University. It was especially significant for a first high school and for Lu Yun. Lu Yun kept his word, consistently taking care of Lin Mo Yu over the past year. That night, Lin Mo Yu studied his skills. His spirit power had recovered, allowing him to summon another skeleton warrior anytime. In his left palm, he held a bright red gemstone. This was the only item he brought when he transmigrated. As he raised his hand about to summon, a voice suddenly rang in his mind. Detected. Host awakened the necromancer career. Career meets requirements. Ultimate talent system is now binding. Beginning to extract world origin. Optimizing skill. Skill optimization complete. Congratulations, host. Host has awakened the unique god tier talent full enhancement. Level 1. Congratulations, host has gained the passive skill damage transfer. Lin Mo Yu's spirit jolted, and he immediately checked his attributes. Lin Mo Yu. Career, Necromancer. Unique. Level 1, 0%. Strength 10, Agility 10, Spirit 20, Equipment none. Summoning space 1 out of 10. Skeleton Warrior quantity 1. Talent, Full Enhancement. Level 1, unique. Passive skill, damage transfer. Active skills, Soulfire, level 1. Summoning Skeleton Warrior, level 1. Full enhancement, level 1. All skills affected increase by 10 times. Damage transfer. All damage received by the Necromancer is transferred to the summoned creatures. Soulfire, level 1. Burns the target's soul, causing scorching damage. Power depends on one's spirit and skill level. Summoning Skeleton Warrior, level 1. Summons 1 Iron Rank Skeleton Warrior. The basic attributes hadn't changed, only a talent and a passive skill were added. But those two could be called divine skills. The talent was undoubtedly extraordinary. A unique god-tier talent that increased all skills effects by 10 times, even at level 1. Lin Moyu couldn't accurately describe in words how powerful this talent was. Even his usually calm face showed a hint of shock. The effect of the passive skill was equally astounding, truly worthy of being called god tier. All damage transferred to summoned creatures. In other words, as long as his summons didn't all die, he wouldn't die. To kill him, one would have to first kill all of his summons. The power of this passive skill was self-evident. Even he had thousands or tens of thousands of summons, Lin Moyu would be practically immortal. Such a passive skill was unheard of. After a long while, Lin Moyu finally recovered from his shock. He noticed the red gemstone in his left hand had disappeared. So it was you. Lin Moyu activated his skill to summon an Iron Rank skeleton. A vortex appeared in front of him. Accompanied by a grating sound, an Iron Rank skeleton walked out of the vortex. Chapter 6. Solo or Team Up. At first glance, the Iron Rank skeleton in front of him looked no different from one summoned in the afternoon. Its appearance hadn't changed, still looking like it came from a garbage heap. But appearances can be deceiving. Iron Rank Skeleton Warrior. Strength, 150. Agility, 150. Spirit, 150. Constitution, 150. Skills, none. While the exterior remained the same, the attributes had undergone a dramatic change. All attributes increased tenfold. Strength, agility, and spirit aside, the tenfold increase in Constitution essentially meant the Skeleton Warrior's vitality and defense had also increased tenfold. Combined with the damage transfer skill, killing Lin Moyu would be extremely difficult. Lin Moyu also summoned the Skeleton Warrior from his summoning space and found its attributes had also been increased tenfold. Full enhancement had taken effect on it as well. With 10 spirit points left, Lin Moyu summoned another Iron Rank skeleton, then he began to meditate. Meditation was the best way to recover spirit power and could substitute for sleep. Many students at school could do this. The next morning, Lin Moyu woke up on time. His spirit power had fully recovered. 3 Iron Rank skeletons stood faithfully before him, motionless like guards. As the soul fires flickered in their skulls, cold wind swept through the room, dropping the temperature by several degrees. This would be nice in summer. No need to worry about the heat. Lin Moyu thought, the corner of his mouth twitching slightly. He summoned a 4th skeleton warrior. Then he stored all 4 skeletons in his summoning space. Keeping 10 spirit points and 4 Iron Rank skeletons with tenfold enhancement, Lin Moyu felt it was sufficient. With 150 points of strength, even level 7 or 8 Night Warriors wouldn't be much stronger. A bus was waiting at the school gate to take them to the dungeon location. They arrived at the dungeon. It was already crowded. Not only first high school students came to the novice dungeon, but almost all students from West Sea City who had completed their transitions. West Sea City had 6 high schools, over 800 students transitioning yesterday. Most became lifestyle professionals. Less than 200 people could come here, not even a third of the total. The students gathered while the teachers went to handle the dungeon entry procedures. Old Lou, you've struck gold this time. Not just one rare combat career, but also a unique hidden career. You've really hit the jackpot. Your first high has been impressive these 2 years. Last year, you had Lin Mohan enter Summer Capital University. Are you planning to knock on their doors again this year? Several principals gathered, chatting enthusiastically. Lu Yun's face was beaming. Jia Sui and Lin Moyu are indeed exceptional. If possible, I really hope they can enter Summer Capital University. Jia Sui? Is that the young miss from the Jia family? And Lin Moyu, why does that name sound so familiar to Lin Mohan? Lu Yun explained. Zhao Sui is indeed the young miss of the Jia family. Lin Moyu is Lin Mohan's younger brother. No wonder. The Jia family's bloodline inheritance is quite good. As for Lin Moyu, this siblings pair is truly remarkable. Gao Yang nudged Lin Moyu. Want to team up? Lin Moyu shook his head at Gao Yang's invitation. Gao Yang's feigned anger. You brat, are you looking down on me? I'm sincerely inviting you. If you don't give me a good reason, I won't let this go. He looked angry, but the hint of a smile in his eyes betrayed him. Lin Moyu ignored him, and sure enough, Gao Yang changed his tune in seconds. Boss, why won't you team up with me? Lin Moyu said flatly. Teaming up slows leveling. Solo is faster for leveling up. Gao Yang asked curiously, How do you know? Read more, Lin Moyu replied, another rare response. Gao Yang scratched his head, clearly not quite believing it. At this moment, Jia Sui suddenly spoke up. Lin Moyu is correct. In a two-person team, although monster killing is faster, the experience is split up between two people. A two-person team can at most increase killing speed by 50% to 60%. But the time to find monsters is fixed, so overall efficiency decreases. According to the experience summarized by seniors, dungeons below level 10 are suitable for solo play. Only dungeons above level 10 are suitable for teams. Jia Sui explained clearly, and Gao Yang, not being stupid, understood after thinking about it. At this time, Lu Yun walked over. Except for Jia Sui and Lin Moyu, all combat professionals should team up with some support professionals to enter the dungeon. Don't think about solo leveling. Remember, in future high difficulty dungeons, you can't do without support. If you don't bring support now, don't expect to find support when you need it. It doesn't work that way. To be frank, it's better to team up with your classmates than with strangers. At least there's a bond between classmates. They won't abandon you in danger. Lu Yun's words were clear and indeed true. This calmed down those who had been considering solo play. If combat professionals didn't bring support, the support professionals' leveling speed would be very slow. Someone asked, why don't Jia Sui and Lin Moyu need to bring support? Lu Yun cleared his throat. They're different. Jia Sui is aiming for Summer Capital University. She needs to level up quickly. Moreover, Jia Sui wouldn't stay in the novice dungeon for long, 2 days at most before she leaves. As for Lin Moyu, I don't understand his career or know his combat power. You can ask the support professionals if they're willing to team up with them. Chapter 7. Let's compare who levels up faster. Several support players shook their heads. Most of those who became support healers were girls. Those young girls were terrified of Lin Moyu's skeleton warriors. There was no way they'd team up with him. Lin Moyu asked calmly, Teacher Lu, I also want to apply for Summer Capital University. His meaning was clear. He didn't want to team up. He wanted solo. Lu Yun looked slightly surprised. Do you know how difficult it is to get into Summer Capital University? Lin Mo Yu nodded. I'm confident. Lu Yun understood Lin Mo Yu's determination. I hope you succeed. To get into Summer Capital University, the first requirement was level. At least level 12, preferably level 15 to be safe. Last year, Lin Jia Han was accepted at level 16. Reaching level 12 in just 1 week wouldn't be easy. Level 15 would be even more difficult. The highest level monster in the novice dungeon were only level 8, making it impossible to reach level 12 there. The wilderness outside was far more dangerous than the novice dungeon. For new career professionals like them, venturing out recklessly would be suicidal. Besides the level requirement, there were other conditions. The specifics would only be known during the big exam. At Lu Yun's request, several combat professionals chose their support partners. They formed teams of 2 or 3. Gao Yang chose a prophet support. Prophets could provide some enhancement buffs and moderate healing, making them decent healers. With the procedures complete, the school distributed weapons and equipment to everyone. Warriors received different weapons based on their careers. Don't I look cool? Gao Yang boasted, having received an iron sword and a shield, acting as if he was second only to the heavens. Lin Mo Yu received a staff. Staff, spirit power +1. It was a weapon with barely any bonus, not even classified by grade. It was practically useless, just for show. Jia Sui had her own weapon and didn't take one from the school. Her weapon was a spell book. Lin Mo Yu could sense strong energy flowing through it, likely a good weapon. Before entering the dungeon, Jia Sui said to Lin Mo Yu, "Let's compete to see who levels up faster." Lin Mo Yu neither agreed nor refused. Jia Sui huffed, tilting her head back to reveal her long white neck. "If you don't answer, I'll take it as agreement." She then turned and entered the dungeon. Lin Mo Yu's mouth twitched slightly. Such a strong competitive spirit. He muttered to himself before following her into the dungeon. The novice dungeon environment was a vast grassland with lush grass over half a meter tall. Many smaller monsters hid in the grass, making them difficult to spot. The monster density here has low, making it quite safe. But this also led to a problem. The time spent finding monsters was longer than the time spent killing them. The purpose of the novice dungeon was to help newcomers get used to and adapt to combat. Lin Mo Yu summoned his 4 skeleton warriors. Go find and kill monsters. With a thought, the 4 skeleton warriors ran off in 4 directions. Crack, crack. As they ran, they brought gusts of cold wind. They're so fast. With 150 points in agility, the skeleton warriors' running speed was incredibly fast. In the blink of an eye, they had run dozens of meters. At this moment, one skeleton warrior swung its broken sword. Successfully killed big-eared rabbit. Experience, +10. The level 1 big-eared rabbit was instantly killed by the skeleton warrior. Lin Mo Yu checked his experience. It had increased by 1%. Each level 1 monster provided 1% experience, meaning he'd need to kill 100 to level up. Successfully killed big-eared rabbit, experience +10. Successfully killed big-eared rabbit, experience +10. Notifications kept appearing as the 4 skeleton warriors continuously found and killed big-eared rabbits. In just a few minutes, Lin Mo Yu's experience had increased by 10%. This efficiency was incredible. Lin Mo Yu had originally planned to stay in the novice dungeon for 2 days, leaving after reaching level 8. Now it seemed he might not need that long. Lin Mo Yu used his skill to summon another Iron Rank skeleton warrior. This skeleton warrior then joined the others in searching for monsters. Lin Mo Yu sat down and began to meditate. Half an hour later, Lin Mo Yu achieved his first level up. Name, Lin Moyu. Career, Necromancer, unique. Level 2, 1%. Strength, 20. Agility, 20. Spirit, 40. Equipment, none. Summoning space, 5 out of 20. Skeleton Warrior. Quantity, 5. Talent, full enhancement, level 1, unique. Passive skill, damage transfer. Active skills, Soulfire, level 2. Summon Skeleton Warrior, level 2. Full enhancement, level 1, all skill effects increase by 10 times. Damage transfer, all damage received by the Necromancer is transferred to the summoned creatures. Soulfire, level 2. Burns the target's soul, causing scorching damage. Power depends on one's spirit and skill level. Summon Skeleton Warrior, level 2. Summons one Iron Rank Skeleton Warrior. With the level increase, his attributes improved. The summoning space expanded from 10 to 20, able to hold 20 summons. Skill levels also increased. I wonder if the level 2 Skeleton Warrior's attributes have changed. Based on Lin Moyu's knowledge, as skill levels increase, the summon's attributes should also improve. Due to leveling up, his spirit power was fully restored. Lin Moyu activated his skill and summoned another Iron Rank Skeleton Warrior. This time, Lin Moyu noticed a difference. The level 2 skill consumed more spirit power, increasing from 10 to 15 points, to summon one Skeleton Warrior. Although still Iron Rank, the level 2 Skeleton Warrior was noticeably brighter. The gray color had receded significantly. There were also fewer cracks on its body. Iron Rank Skeleton Warrior. Strength, 250. Agility, 250. Spirit, 250. Constitution, 250. Skills, none. Chapter 8. Rapid Progress. The level 2 Skeleton Warrior's attributes had all increased by 100 points compared to level 1. They jumped directly from 150 to 250. Lin Moyu knew the enhancement wasn't actually that dramatic. It was mainly due to his overpowered talent. Without it, a level 2 Skeleton Warrior would only have 25 in each attribute, increasing by 10 points after leveling up. Balanced across all 4 attributes, a total increase of 40 points would be normal. While not weak, it shouldn't be this strong. The key was his talent, the unique God-tier talent. This talent was a perfect match for the Necromancer career. Lin Moyu continued using his skill to summon Skeleton Warriors, increasing their number to 7. Those 7 Skeleton Warriors were like 7 elite fighters spread across the Novice Dungeon, constantly killing monsters. Whether level 1, 2, or even 3, all monsters fell in one hit to their shabby swords, without exception. Their attributes were too strong. Even without using any skills, the Skeleton Warriors possessed extreme attack power. 250 points in strength attribute, that should be close to a level 10 warrior, right? Mere level 2 Skeleton Warriors with attack power compared to level 10. They could dominate the Novice Dungeon. Most crucially, there were 7 of them. No, 7 was just the beginning. Lin Moyu could continue summoning as his spirit power recovered. Killed level 2 Gray Cat, experience plus 20. Killed level 3 Brown Dog, experience plus 30. Killed level 4 Blue-Eyed Rat King, experience plus 40. One hit kills all the way without any suspense. Faced with attack power equivalent to at least level 10, there were mere level 3 or 4 monsters died instantly without suffering. Lin Moyu followed the skeleton's path, slowly walking forward. As the Skeleton Warriors ran further, the map of the secret realm gradually formed in Lin Moyu's mind. Oh? It even has this function? Areas the Skeleton Warriors had traveled automatically formed a map. Besides killing monsters, the Skeleton Warriors also became automatic map creators. In just an hour, his experience was nearly full again, about to level up once more. He even gave up meditation. With such rapid leveling, who needed it? He could just wait for spirit power to automatically recover fully upon leveling up. The skeleton warrior struck mercilessly, one hit, one kill, showing no mercy. At this moment, Lin Moyu spotted a monster that hadn't been killed by the skeleton warriors. A level 2 gray cat. Crouching in the grass, it had been missed by the skeleton warriors. What a lucky one. Lin Moyu thought to himself as green flames ignited in his palm. Soul Fire. This was currently his only offensive skill. The green flames appeared instantly on the level 2 gray cat as if teleported. The gray cat let out a miserable cry, convulsing twice, and fell dead. Faced with an attack skill amplified tenfold, the gray cat could only be instantly killed. Killed level 2 gray cat, experience plus 20. The gray cat died, but on the surface it showed no signs of being burned. Lin Moyu understood. Just as the skill description said, Soul Fire attacked the target's soul. This skill was a mental attack. He was shocked again. Mental attacks had a common special trait. They ignored defense. No matter how strong your physical defense or how high your elemental resistance, you couldn't resist mental attacks. Hidden careers are indeed powerful. Both of my skills are extremely strong. Even without the talent bonus, the Necromancer wouldn't be weaker than any legendary career. Lin Moyu had his own judgment. It might not be comprehensive or objective, but he believed it was 8 or 9/10 correct. A pillar of light burst from his body. He had leveled up. All attributes increased by another 10 points. His spirit power increased by 20 points. The skeleton warrior skill also reached level 3. The 4 main attributes increased by another 10 points, which became 100 points after amplification. They reached an astonishing 350 points. Lin Moyu continued using the Summon Skeleton Warrior skill, summoning 3 more in succession, bringing the total in the dungeon to 10. These 10 skeleton warriors rampaging through the dungeon like a sweeping force. Killed level 4 Blue-Eyed Rat King, experience plus 40. Killed level 5 Green Wolf, experience plus 50. Even level 5 monsters fell to the skeleton warriors in one hit. Lin Moyu didn't even need to act himself. He just had to wait for the experience gains. At this rate, he could level up again in at most 2 hours. For others, reaching level 3 on the first day would be good, and it would only get slower from there. After all, Lu Yun's requirement for them was to reach level 8 in a week. Level 8 was enough to enter a higher education institution, unless you wanted to apply for those top 50 prestigious schools nationwide, which required level 9 or even 10. Outside the dungeon, the school principals started chatting and comparing notes again. They gathered around a table, made tea, and shamelessly gossiped. I wonder what level these kids will reach on the first day this year. Does anyone remember what the highest record was before? I think it was level 5, right? Both Su Jiangxing before and Lin Mohan last year reached level 5. Su Qiangxing and Lin Mohan were both rare careers, and this year's Jia Sui is also a rare career. They should be about the same. From their first day's leveling speed, we can basically judge their leveling speed for the next few days. If little Jia Sui can't reach level 5 on the first day, it'll be difficult for her to get into Summer Capital University. Listening to their conversation, Lu Yun thought to himself, I wonder what level Lin Moyu can reach. A hidden career shouldn't be weak. After level 5, the leveling speed would slow down significantly. The first day, they mentioned was actually 12 hours. A countdown began for each person upon entering the dungeon, and they would automatically exit after 12 hours. It all depended on how many levels they could gain within these 12 hours. Suddenly, a powerful aura swept over them. Chapter 9. Increasingly Rapid Leveling Speed. Lu Yun waved to the newcomer. Master Jia, come and sit. Jia Dongyang, the head of the Jia family in West Sea City and Jia Zui's father. There was still space at the table, and Jia Dongyang sat down without hesitation. Greetings, principals, he said after sitting down. Jia Dongyang had a stern appearance, commanding respect without anger. Lu Yun poured tea for Jia Dongyang. Master Jia is here to check on little Jia Sui, right? Jia Dongyang smiled. These past few years, little Sui has been under Principal Lu's care. Lu Yun waved his hand. I haven't done much. Jia Sui is very smart, and her career transition was very successful. Jia Dongyang said, I heard from the family. I just returned to West Sea City today, unfortunately missing Jia Sui's transition. Lu Yun knew Jia Dongyang was very busy and rarely at home. We were just discussing whether Jia Sui could reach level 5 by the end of today's 12-hour dungeon run. It's quite challenging for her to aim for Summer Capital University. Jia Dongyang said, it should be fine. Even if she falls a bit short, I can pull some strings. Lu Yun shook his head. I advise against that. I know Jia Sui's personality. If you do that, she'll resent you. Jia Dongyang sighed, knowing this all too well. Changing the subject, Jia Dongyang asked, I heard your school produced a hidden career during yesterday's transition. Congratulations. What career is it? Lu Yun's face lit up. The career is called Necromancer, a career we've never seen before. It can summon skeletons. We don't know how powerful it is. Not all hidden careers are powerful. There have been cases of useless hidden careers. Can summon skeletons? It sounds somewhat eerie and evil. Moreover, the title Necromancer doesn't sound very pleasant. Dealing with the dead and spirits inevitably leads to wild imaginations. Lu Yun noticed Jia Dongyang's thoughts. Don't worry, Mo Yu is a good kid. Even if he doesn't talk much, his sister even got into Summer Capital University last year. If little Jia Sui goes to Summer Capital University, you might be able to ask Lin Mohan to look after her. Reassured by Lu Yun's words, Jia Dongyang relaxed. Having known each other for years, Jia Dongyang knew Lu Yun's character very well. In the novice dungeon, Lin Moyu received information from his skeleton warriors. Reached maximum distance, unable to move further away. The farthest skeleton warrior was now 500 meters away from Lin Moyu. That skeleton warrior stood at the 500-meter mark, no longer advancing. Lin Moyu realized that the skeleton warriors currently had to stay within 500 meters of him. Seeing that other skeleton warriors were also about to reach this distance, Lin Moyu had no choice but to order them back. He couldn't be an absentee boss anymore, so Lin Moyu chose a direction and headed deeper into the dungeon. 10 skeleton warriors formed a fan shape in front of him, maintaining about 100 meters distance from Lin Moyu. Any monsters on the path were instantly killed by the skeleton warriors. In the 4th hour after entering the dungeon, Lin Moyu reached his 3rd level up. Name, Lin Moyu. Career, Necromancer, Unique. Level 4, 0%. Strength, 40. Agility, 40. Spirit, 80. Equipment, none. Summoning space, 10 out of 40. Skeleton Warrior, quantity, 10. Talent, full enhancement, Level 1, unique. Passive skill, damage transfer. Active skills, soul fire, level 4. Summon skeleton warrior, level 4. After leveling up, Lin Mo Yu continued summoning skeleton warriors. Now summoning one skeleton warrior consumed 25 spirit points. He had leveled up 3 times in 4 hours. As the number of skeleton warriors increased, the leveling speed didn't decrease much, but rather showed signs of accelerating. Lin Mo Yu, leading his skeleton army, officially entered the latter half of the novice dungeon. Large numbers of level 5 and 6 monsters began to appear, but facing skeleton warriors with 450 strength, they all fell in one hit. Killed level 5 green wolf, experience plus 50. Killed level 6 black panther, experience plus 60. For Lin Mo Yu, killing level 1 monsters was just as efficient as killing level 6 ones. So the higher the level and the denser the monster's population, the better. After summoning 3 more skeleton warriors, a total of 13 skeleton warriors ravaged the novice dungeon. Experience points increased rapidly with more skeleton warriors. The leveling speed increased rather than decreased. At this rate, I can level up again in less than 1 hour. In the 12 hours of the first day of the novice dungeon, can I directly reach level 8? It's twice as fast as I expected. After reaching level 8, I can go to the outskirts of West Sea City, where there are higher level monsters. Lin Mo Yu had already planned his leveling route. Going to the outskirts of West Sea City required school approval, otherwise the city guards wouldn't let him out. Level 8 was the minimum standard, it couldn't be any lower. Killed level 7 brown bear, experience plus 70. As Lin Mo Yu went deeper, level 7 monsters began to appear, still one-hit kills. The novice dungeon was created for beginners. The monsters were weak, the overall environment simple, and it was much safer than the wilderness. So even though Lin Mo Yu was leveling and killing monsters easily, he still remained vigilant. In his memory, Lin Mohan once returned from the outskirts of West Sea City covered in blood, injured. She very seriously told Lin Mo Yu that even a lion uses all its strength to catch a rabbit, and one should never let their guard down in any situation. Lin Mo Yu kept these words firmly in his heart, and now he was doing just that. Chapter 10. No one can level up faster than me. Level 4, 99%. Lin Mo Yu looked at his stats, about to level up again. 13 skeleton warriors were slaughtering monsters all around, steadily increasing his experience. Compared to the previous level, this one came faster, taking only 50 minutes. With more skeleton warriors and denser monster populations, the killing speed hasn't changed. This is why the leveling speed is increasing rather than decreasing. Lin Mo Yu analyzed his current situation. He had now reached the depths of the novice dungeon, surrounded by level 6 and 7 monsters. Only the highest level 8 monsters hadn't appeared yet. The increased monster density here led to faster experience gain. The skeleton warriors, like tireless elite fighters, continued to harvest monsters' lives one by one. The only pity was that monsters in the novice dungeon didn't drop any items. After all, this was a novice dungeon, designed for new career professionals to adapt to combat. Very different from the wilderness. In the novice dungeon, almost all monsters were weakened overall. Only the level 8 monsters weren't weakened, maintaining strength comparable to wilderness monsters. By reaching level 8 and facing level 8 monsters, one should have gained considerable combat experience. After 8, they would leave the novice dungeon, so level 8 monsters served as a bridge, giving new career professionals a taste of wilderness monster strength. This way, when they actually fought in the wilderness, they wouldn't be caught off guard. As the leveling light pillar appeared again, Lin Mo Yu finally reached level 5. Attributes increased, skills improved. The skeleton warrior's strength also increased, with all attributes rising by another 100 points. Killed level 7 brown bear, experience plus 70. Killed level 7 brown bear, experience plus 70. The skeleton warriors didn't stop for Lin Mo Yu's level up, tirelessly seeking and instantly killing monsters. Since Lin Mo Yu entered the dungeon, the skeleton warriors hadn't stopped once. Oh? Leveling has slowed down. Lin Mo Yu noticed after reaching level 5, the leveling speed greatly decreased. At level 4, killing a level 7 brown bear gave about 0.2% experience. It only took killing 500 to level up. But at level 5, killing a level 7 brown bear only provided 0.1% experience increase. Now it would take 1,000 kills to level up. The leveling speed had halved. At this rate, ordinary career professionals would struggle to reach level 12 in just 1 week. Even leveling the dungeon for the outskirts of West City, there's not enough time. Summer Capital University is indeed hard to get into. I wonder how Sister reached level 16 last year. Lin Mo Yu calculated that to apply for Summer Capital University, he needed at least level 12. To reach level 12 in a week, he needed to reach level 8 in the Novice Dungeon within 3 days. After level 8, he'd head to the outskirts of West Sea City to hunt higher level monsters. Only then might it be possible to reach level 12 in a week. Thinking about it, Lin Mohan reached level 16 last year, was truly an incredible fast speed. Lin Mo Yu used his skills again, depleting his spirit power to summon 3 more skeleton warriors. A total of 16 skeleton warriors now continuously sought and killed monsters. For Lin Mo Yu, the time spent finding monsters far exceeded the time spent killing them. For killing over 1,000 monsters wasn't much when divided among 16 skeleton warriors. In just over an hour, he could reach level 6. That's the advantage of having many fighters. Lin Mo Yu kept advancing, with skeleton warriors clearing the path ahead, finding and instantly killing all monsters hidden in the grass. After walking a while longer, the dungeon's terrain finally changed. The grassland ended, and a forest appeared ahead. Lin Mo Yu knew this was the end of the Novice Dungeon. The level 8 monsters of the dungeon were hidden in this forest. It's been 6 hours and 42 minutes. Since entering the dungeon, not even 7 hours. I must be the only one to reach the dungeon's end. Now just over 7 hours since the dungeon opened, most people probably only reach level 3. Even Jia Sui would be at most level 4, maybe not even that. Lin Mo Yu believed his leveling speed was faster than anyone else's. He walked towards the forest without stopping, wanting to see how strong the unweakened level 8 monsters were. Whether his skeleton warriors could handle them. It would also prepare him for going to the wilderness tomorrow. The skeleton warriors clearing the path ahead ran into the forest before Lin Mo Yu. Cracking sounds echoed in the forest as the skeleton warriors ran quickly searching for monsters. No monsters? The skeleton warriors hadn't found any monsters. Lin Mo Yu found it strange and followed them in. The moment he entered the forest, a tree branch suddenly lashed out. The branch, like a long whip, struck Lin Mo Yu with lightning speed. It was so fast that Lin Mo Yu had no time to react. The seemingly powerful branch didn't cause any damage to Lin Mo Yu. Lin Mo Yu didn't even feel anything, as if an invisible shield protecting him. Passive skill, damage transfer. Any damage he received would automatically transfer to his summons. Before all his summons died, he wouldn't take any damage. It was truly a godly skill, not much inferior to his god tier. Chapter 11. Killed them all, so I came out. Lin Mo Yu saw the owner of the branch, a tree about 3 meters tall. He used detection, a skill everyone had, to get some basic information. Whip Tree, level 8. Description: usually dormant, attacks passing life forms. The skeleton warriors weren't attacked earlier because they weren't living beings and had no life aura. But when Lin Moyu entered, the Whip Tree attacked him. The Whip Tree continued attacking Lin Moyu. Though it caused no damage, Lin Moyu wasn't foolish enough to just stand there. He quickly retreated tens of meters out of the tree's attacking range. The Whip Tree, unable to move, stopped attacking once Lin Moyu retreated. They really put thought into this, Lin Moyu realized, understanding the dungeon's designer's intentions. From weakened low-level monsters to level 8 monsters with wilderness-equivalent strength, they chose a stationary plant monster capable of ambush. The Whip Tree's ambush ability let new career professionals experience wilderness dangers early on. Its immobility prevented it from chasing players, allowing them to retreat safely if in danger. The Whip Tree's attack range matched that of several ranged careers, preventing them from exploiting advantages. This design allowed newcomers to safely battle true level 8 monsters, fostering growth while minimizing casualties. Lin Moyu sent a skeleton warrior to attack the Whip Tree. The tree only reacted when attacked, its branches lashing out rapidly. Despite the fast attacks, the skeleton warrior's high attributes, 550 constitution, made it incredibly durable. Oh, it wasn't a one-shot kill? Lin Moyu was slightly surprised. It took 4 hits to kill the Whip Tree. Killed level 8 Whip Tree. Experience, plus 160. Lin Moyu calculated that killing level 7 monsters was more efficient, 70 experience per hit versus 40 experience per hit for level 8. However, considering the time spent finding monsters, the dense forest of level 8 Whip Trees was ideal for leveling. Excited, Lin Moyu sent his skeleton warriors to attack the trees. His experience began skyrocketing again. While others slowed down after level 5, Lin Moyu's leveling speed increased. He reached level 6 in just 50 minutes, faster than expected. Outside the dungeon, as evening fell, Lu Yun, the other principals, and Jia Dongyang remained, having spent the entire day there. Suddenly, the dungeon entrance glowed brightly. Someone's coming out. They noticed worried something had gone wrong. Lin Moyu emerged from the light. Lu Yun hurried over. "Moyu, why are you out?" Lin Moyu softly replied, "Killed them all, so I came out." Lu Yun was momentarily confused by this calm statement. Then he saw Lin Moyu's level. Lin Moyu, Necromancer, level 7. Chapter 12. Breaking the Historical Record. Lu Yun was stunned, his expression filled with disbelief. "You're level 7? His tone reflected his shock. Lu Yun even doubted what he was seeing. Astonishment occupied his mind, leaving him momentarily unable to react. This had never happened before. The previous highest record was only level 5, but Lin Moyu had emerged from the dungeon at level 7 in just 10 hours. There weren't enough monsters inside, otherwise I should have reached level 8. "Teacher Lu, I'd like to apply to go out to the outskirts of West Sea City." Lin Moyu spoke matter-of-factly while requesting permission to leave the city. No one had ever imagined that the monsters in the dungeon could be completely cleared out. Each time someone re-entered the dungeon, the monsters would reset. No one had ever cleared the dungeon in 12 hours. After all, this was a novice dungeon meant for beginners. The new career professionals were with few skills, weak combat power, and no experience. Especially the level 8 monsters at the deepest part, which were as strong as those in the wild. Yet Lin Moyu had done it in less than 10 hours. He had completely broken the norm and shattered the record. Lu Yun's mind raced, unable to comprehend what had happened. He was utterly shocked. "Teacher Lu?" Seeing no response from Lu Yun, Lin Mo Yu called out again, waving his hand in front of Lu Yun's eyes. After a while, Lu Yun finally came to his senses, quickly agreeing. All right, I agree. I'll issue you a permit to leave the city right away. Rest for now. We'll send you all back after your classmates come out." Lin Mo Yu had proven his strength through action and obtained permission to leave the city. His plan could now proceed smoothly. Lu Yun returned to the table where other principals looked at him curiously. "Old Lu, what happened just now? Why did that student come out early? Is there a problem?" "Yeah, is he injured? Why did he come out alone? Where are his teammates?" Lu Yun drank 3 cups of tea and took 2 deep breaths before speaking. That was Lin Mo Yu. He cleared the novice dungeon, killing all the level 8 monsters. The principals all drew in sharp breaths. Even Jia Dongyang, who had seen it all, showed shock on his face. They noticed that Lin Mo Yu himself was already at level 7. Going from level 1 to 7 in 10 hours was already an incredible leveling speed. Moreover, being able to kill all the level 8 monsters in the dungeon showed how strong Lin Mo Yu's combat power was. "Hidden careers are indeed powerful," Jia Dongyang sighed. That was the only explanation. Lin Mo Yu's career was extremely strong. At this rate, the Necromancer career seemed to surpass known rare careers and might be comparable to legendary careers. We don't know how strong legendary careers are, as we've never seen one, but we've seen rare careers and they're not this efficient. We just don't know if it will remain this dominant as levels increase. True. For example, Xiao Sui's elemental mage isn't much different from other mage classes initially. But if she gets the elemental enhancement passive skill, it would be comparable to a legendary career. The experienced principals discussed various career trajectories, noting that some careers start strong but weaken later, while others start weak but grow stronger. Skills and talents also play a crucial role, creating significant differences even within the same career. With hundreds of careers, all sorts of situations exist, making it hard to draw definitive conclusions. Lu Yun looked at Lin Mo Yu meditating nearby, feeling a sense of anticipation. At least for now, Lin Mo Yu's necromancer career seems very powerful. What happens in the future isn't really our concern anymore. True. If he can get into Summer Capital University, it'll be their responsibility then. Jia Dongyang said Xiao Sui has always been competitive. This might be a blow to her. Lu Yun couldn't help but laugh. Not just this time. You're often away from home, but actually Lin Mo Yu's grades have been consistently above Xiao Sui's for the past 3 years. Xiao Sui has been second for 3 years now. Is that so? Jia Dongyang smiled bitterly, realizing Xiao Sui had never mentioned this to him. He understood his daughter's temperament. The more she didn't speak about it, the more pressure she was holding inside. As 9 p.m. arrived, the 12-hour dungeon time finally ended, and the students began teleporting out. After 12 hours of intense battle, many students looked tired but excited. The feeling of real combat was completely different from studying in books. Many were covered in blood, emanating a strong smell of blood. A teacher used a skill to dispel the bloody smell with a fresh breeze. The teachers quickly gathered their students, checking for injuries and need for healing. After the busy check, the results were good. Everyone was intact. Most have reached level 3, with a few impressive ones at level 4. Xiao Sui was also excited. After a day of fighting, she had reached level 5, matching the highest record for the novice dungeon. This time I surely won't lose. The highest record is just level 5 and I've matched it. Where's that guy? Not seeing Lin Mo Yu upon exiting, she searched around before spotting him meditating in the distance. When did he come out? Then her eyes widened as if electrified, frozen in place. How is this possible? How is he already level 7? Chapter 13. The Divine Summer Empire Exchange. Jia Sui. Jia Dongyang's voice brought Jia Sui back to reality. Dad, why are you here? Jia Sui approached Jia Dongyang, calling him obediently. At this moment, Jia Sui showed no trace of arrogance. Jia Dongyang's eyes were full of affection. Let's go home. Jia Dongyang had driven here, so they didn't need to take the school's bus back. Jia Sui got into the car with her father, but her eyes kept drifting towards Lin Mo Yu. She really wanted to see through Lin Mo Yu to know how he had reached level 7. Zhao Dongyang noticed his daughter's gaze. Are you competing with Lin Mo Yu? Jia Sui deflated like a balloon. Yes, I lost again. That guy is too annoying. Zhao Dongyang laughed. Do you want Dad to step in and... No. Before Jia Dongyang could finish, Jia Sui firmly refused. I'll handle my own affairs. I won't always lose to that dummy. Jia Sui snorted, her eyes burning with fighting spirit. Jia Dongyang smiled even more happily. Good. Then Dad won't interfere. But I should tell you, Lin Mo Yu came out after 10 hours. And he cleared all the level 8 monsters in the novice dungeon. Jia Sui was stunned again. Cleared all level 8 monsters? She realized she had only just reached the area with the level 7 monsters and hadn't even seen what level 8 monsters looked like. She thought she was amazing for being able to solo level 7 monsters at level 5. But Lin Mo Yu had cleared all the level 8 monsters and came out 2 hours early. This meant that if there were more level 8 monsters, he might have directly reached level 8. Is the gap between us really that big? Even though Jia Sui was unwilling to admit defeat, she felt a bit discouraged. Jia Dongyang said every career has its own specialities. Some are strong at low levels while others shine later. Temporary victory or defeat doesn't mean much. Compared to him, you have advantages. Jia Sui understood what her father meant. Her advantages was her family background, with plenty of money and resources. She didn't lack for items, equipment, skills, or tools. While someone like Lin Mo Yu without money or influence would lack money, equipment, skills, and items later on. Anyway, I won't admit defeat. Even if you're ahead now, I'll surpass you in the future. Jia Sui was only dejected for 2 minutes before reigniting her fighting spirit. Jia Dongyang was satisfied. This was how his daughter should be. On the school bus, Gao Yang sat next to Lin Mo Yu. I'm already level 4. Impressive, right? Grinding monsters with girls is so much fun. Way more interesting than your solo play. Lin Mo Yu looked at this fool, wondering where he wouldn't find joy. Wait, I didn't notice earlier. You're already level 7? How did you train? Did you clear all the monsters in the dungeon? I fought tooth and nail to reach level 4. How did you get to level 7? Are you some kind of god? Gao Yang's voice was so loud that the entire bus could hear. That's when everyone noticed that Lin Mo Yu was at level 7. When most were around level 3, with level 4 considering impressive, Lin Mo Yu had already reached level 7. The bus suddenly became lively. Although many were still afraid of Lin Mo Yu and his summoned skeleton warriors, being close to a strong person was also a normal psychological desire for many. Some wanted to talk to Lin Moyu to build some classmate rapport. But Lin Moyu's silent demeanor, coupled with the terrifying skeleton warriors, made them hesitate. Quiet! Lu Yun's low shout immediately silenced the noisy bus. Gao Yang scratched his head. I got too excited earlier, boss. Can you take me leveling? Lin Moyu said, if there's a chance, we can. Gao Yang was overjoyed. Then it's settled. The next morning, Gao Yang couldn't find Lin Moyu at the school gate. Teacher Lu, where's Lin Moyu? Lu Yun said he went to the outskirts of West City. What? Gao Yang realized he had been tricked by Lin Moyu. No wonder he agreed so readily yesterday. He couldn't help but cry out, Lin Moyu, you tricked me. I offered my heart to the bright moon, but the moon only shines on the gutter. This isn't over. I challenge you to a duel. Lin Moyu had already taken a car to the southern part of West Sea City. A tall city wall stood there, separating the human living area from the monster area. Leaving the city wall meant entering the wild monster area, where the weakest monsters were level 10. Compared to the monsters in the novice dungeon, the ones here were much stronger. Similarly, fighting monsters here provided more experience and various materials. With good luck, some monsters might even drop weapons and equipment. These items could be used personally or sold for money. These streets near the city wall's exit were lined with various shops. There were blacksmiths, weapon shops, jewelry shops, armor shops, and more. The more important among them was the Divine Summer Empire Exchange. The exchange was officially established by the Divine Summer Empire, spread across large, medium, and small cities nationwide. In the exchange, one could freely buy and sell equipment, materials, and all kinds of items. One could sell items directly to the exchange or consign them for sale. Besides buying and selling equipment, various tasks could be accepted at the exchange. This was Lin Moyu's first time at the exchange. He had only seen it in books before. Inside the Divine Summer Empire Exchange stood hundreds of waist-high stone pillars. Each pillar was topped with a magic crystal, through which all the exchange's functions could be accessed. The exchange was also known as the highest manifestation of god-tier alchemy. Lin Moyu found an empty spot and placed his hand on the magic crystal. Beginning identification verification. Verification successful. Divine Summer Empire citizen, Lin Moyu. Access to Divine Summer Empire Exchange granted. Contribution points, 0. Authority level, 1. Chapter 14. Two worlds inside and outside the city. The Divine Summer Empire Exchange was only open to citizens of the Divine Summer Empire. Lin Moyu had access to the exchange, but his authority level was very low, only at level 1. To gain higher authority, he would need to increase his contribution points. However, that was a concern for the future and not relevant to him at the moment. He briefly looked at the items for sale and exchange. Weapons, armor, jewelry, materials, everything was available. But every item was expensive. Lin Moyu only had about 100 gold coins in total, not even to buy even the cheapest iron rank weapon. As for the more expensive bronze rank and silver rank items, he could only look. They were completely out of his reach. After noting down the prices of some low-level materials, he began to check the available quests. The monsters in the outskirts of West Sea City range from level 10 to 20, considering a low-level area. There weren't many related quests, mostly material collection tasks. Unlimited collection of green sprout grass, 50 gold coins per set. Unlimited collection of black wolf pelts, 20 gold coins per set. Unlimited collection of beast bones, 30 gold coins per set. Alchemists, pharmacists, blacksmiths, and other lifestyle career professionals need large quantities of materials for skill training. They would process these materials into useful items and sell them, earning income in the process. Lifestyle career professionals could also level up while training their skills. This formed a good cycle, providing decent development opportunities even for lifestyle career professionals. This quest is interesting. Clearing the level 14 West Sea Mine dungeon and obtain the dungeon boss, Goblin King's Crystal Core. Note, requires nightmare difficulty or above for the boss to drop the item. The quest reward is 100,000 gold coins. Such a high price indicated that this quest was challenging. The West Sea Mine was about 50 kilometers south of West Sea City. Lin Mo Yu didn't plan to go there yet. The level 14 dungeon required a minimum of level 10 to enter, and his current level wasn't high enough. Dungeon difficulties were divided into normal, nightmare, and hell. Lin Mo Yu wasn't sure how hard nightmare difficulty was. According to books, nightmare difficulty was at least several times harder than normal. Without a strong team, it was nearly impossible to clear. As for hell difficulty, it wasn't for ordinary career professionals at all. After looking around for a while, Lin Mo Yu left the exchange and went to the city gate. Lin Mo Yu, level 7 Necromancer? The city guard checked Lin Mo Yu's exit permit, confirming his information. Although puzzled about how the school allowed someone at only level 7 to leave the city, knowing that monsters outside were at least level 10, the guard verified the permit was genuine and quickly approved it. Your exit permit is now active. Unless there are special circumstances, you can freely enter and exit the major cities of our Divine Summer Empire from now on. There are many monsters outside. Be careful and stay safe. If things go wrong, run back quickly. Don't worry about losing face. Your life is more important. Especially at night. Some monsters specifically choose to ambush at night. The city guard kindly advised Lin Mo Yu. Lin Mo Yu bowed slightly to him. Thank you. I'll be careful. As he walked out of the city gate, a cold wind blew in his face. The sky suddenly darkened and the air was filled with an oppressive atmosphere. The inside and outside of the city were like two different worlds. The city wall was extraordinary. A single wall divided two worlds. Lin Mo Yu stepped forward, quickly disappearing into the wilderness. The air became increasingly oppressive, seemingly filled with the scent of bloodlust. Occasional beast roars could be heard from afar. Sometimes he could see people fighting monsters. Most career professionals above level 10. The city wall was long out of sight and a thin mist covered the view. With a thought, a skeleton warrior emerged from his summoning space. Currently, there were 28 skeleton warriors in his summoning space. After recovering spirit power, though through meditation last night, Lin Mo Yu had summoned 4 more skeleton warriors. Lin Mo Yu looked at a monster about 20 meters away. Go. Take down that monster in front. The skeleton warrior immediately ran over with a crackling sound. At some point, Lin Mo Yu cast detection on it. Goblin Patrol. Level 10. Strength 120. Agility 50. Spirit 50. Constitution 120. Skills none. The level 10 Goblin Patrol had a fierce face and wielded a spiked club. The monster was strength focused with pitifully low agility and spirit. Its constitution was decent, indicating tough skin and flesh. But compared to the skeleton warrior with all attributes at 750, it was no match at all. Here the main monsters were from the Goblin clan. They occupied a vast area, all the way to the West Sea Mine, 50 kilometers away. All part of the Goblin clan's territory. The skeleton warrior reached the goblin in the blink of an eye. The goblin noticed the skeleton warrior and attacked first, swinging its spiked club with a whooshing sound. The skeleton warrior didn't dodge and was hit directly by the club, making a loud bang. The goblin's patrol strength was great, even making the skeleton warrior sway slightly. But that was all. The skeleton warrior had already raised its shabby greatsword and swung back. Chapter 15. Charging Through Unstoppable. The goblin patrol was wounded and screamed loudly, swinging its spiked club more vigorously in retaliation. So it became a back and forth of club strikes and sword slashes. They exchanged blows, fighting with great intensity. The spiked club hitting the skeleton warrior only made it sway a bit, causing no substantial damage. But the skeleton warrior's sword strikes on the goblin patrol inflicted real damage. After 5 slashes, the goblin patrol let out a miserable cry and fell into a pool of blood. Killed level 10 goblin patrol. Experience plus 300. Obtain goblin bone. A bone material appeared in Lin Moyu's storage space. Everyone who transitioned careers received a storage space that expanded with level increases. It stored various items, materials, equipment, and food very convenient. Lin Moyu had tried to put skeleton warriors in it, but found it impossible. After killing 1 goblin patrol, Lin Moyu understood the strength of a level 10 monster. Generally, monsters of the same level didn't differ much. With a thought, he released all 28 skeleton warriors. Just like in the novice dungeon, these skeleton warriors quickly spread out, each seeking enemies. The monster density in the wild far exceeded that of the novice dungeon, and Lin Moyu's experience began to rise rapidly, faster than in the novice dungeon. Killed level 10 goblin patrol, experience plus 300. Obtained goblin bone. Killed level 10 terrifying gray wolf, experience plus 280. Obtained wolf pelt. Notifications began to flood like a bullet screen, almost too fast for Lin Moyu to follow. At this rate, reaching level 8 would take less than an hour. This was the right choice, Lin Moyu thought, clenching his fist in excitement. At this speed, reaching level 15 before the big exam shouldn't be a problem. Going higher would depend on how experience changed after level 10. The spread out skeleton warriors caught the attention of some career professionals. At first glance, they thought the skeleton warriors were some kind of monster. After using detection, they realized these were summons. But these skeletons were too strong, killing level 10 monsters as easily as cutting vegetables. Some people tried to find the summoner through the skeleton warriors. Fortunately, the skeleton warriors were far away, and Lin Moyu recalled the one being tracked remotely, leaving no trace. Lin Moyu changed direction, leaving the wilderness and entering the forest. The forest terrain was complex, with poor visibility, often leading to monster ambushes, making it more dangerous. Most people dislike entering forests for this reason. The skeleton warriors spread out through the forest, unaffected by the complex terrain. A detailed map of the area gradually formed in Lin Moyu's mind, every blade of grass and tree clear. An hour later, the light of leveling up appeared on Lin Moyu. He had reached level 8. The skeleton warriors continued non-stop, killing monsters after monster. They brought Lin Moyu a constant stream of experience and materials. No one had ever leveled up this as easily as him. Mages would run out of spirit power, knights would become exhausted after long battles. Every career needed rest and recovery. Skeleton warriors didn't. As long as they were alive and not dispersed, they could keep going forever. No more monsters. Lin Moyu looked at the empty grove. In just over an hour, he had cleared out all the monsters inside. Lin Moyu had to leave the small forest and move towards deeper areas. Knowingly, he had gotten further he had gotten farther and farther from West Sea City. He killed monsters as he went, no longer limited to level 10 monsters. Level 11, 12, and even 13 monsters were easily killed. At most, the skeleton warriors needed a few more slashes. With their high constitution, the skeleton warriors couldn't be hurt, but they could kill the monsters. It was that simple. An 8th level character leading a group of high attribute skeleton warriors, Lin Moyu left no monster alive in his wake. By afternoon, Lin Moyu's experience had reached level 9, 99%, just a step away from level 10. By now, he had 40 skeleton warriors, like a tireless and terrifying army charging through the area unstoppably. At level 10, I can learn new skills, but I don't have any skill scrolls. I'll have to rely on my talent skills for now. Fortunately, they're strong enough. Even without new skills, it doesn't affect leveling up. Career professionals could learn new skills every 10 levels. There were 3 ways to learn skills: from a mentor, through skill books, or using skill scrolls. For hidden careers like Lin Moyu, there were generally no mentors. And being a unique career, skill books didn't exist for him to learn from. The only way was through skill scrolls. Skill scrolls could be bought at the exchange, with junior skill scrolls for below level 20 costing 100,000 gold coins each. Very expensive. Using a skill scroll would randomly grant a skill for his career, but there was a problem. The skill scrolls learned from scrolls were random, and it was possible to learn a skill he already knew. If that happened, 100,000 gold coins would be wasted. Moreover, there were higher level, intermediate, and advanced skill scrolls later with astronomical prizes. Yet for Lin Moyu to learn new skills for his career, this was the only way. As Lin Moyu pondered this, the light of leveling up shone again. He had finally reached level 10. Chapter 16. Skill Upgrade, Bronze Skeletons, Dramatic Improvement. Name Lin Moyu. Career Necromancer. Unique. Level 10, 0%. Strength 100. Agility 100. Spirit 300. Constitution 100. Equipment none. Summoning space 40 out of 100. Skeleton Warrior. Quantity 40. Talent full enhancement. Level 2. Unique. Passive skill damage transfer. Active skill Soul Fire. Level 10. Summon Skeleton Warrior. Level 10. Full enhancement. Level 2. All skills affected increased by 20 times. Damage transfer. All damage received by the Necromancer is transferred to the summoned creatures. Soul Fire. Level 10. Burns the target's soul, causing scorching damage. Power depends on one's spirit and skill level. Summon Skeleton Warrior. Level 10. Summons 1 bronze ranked Skeleton Warrior. Lin Moyu examined his post-level up attributes. Strength and agility changed little, increasing by 10 points per level steadily. However, his spirit power reached 300 points, a massive 120 point increase. They say there's a big attribute boost after level 10. As a mage class, my spirit power changed the most. Then he noticed his skill changed and became excited. His talent grew stronger, increasing from 10 times to 20 times amplification. Even if nothing else changed, the Skeleton Warrior's combat power would increase several times. Moreover, the Skeleton Warriors had developed from Iron rank to Bronze rank. Lin Moyu eagerly summoned a Skeleton Warrior. The Bronze rank Skeleton Warrior's gray color was gone, replaced by a greenish-white hue. The cracks on its body had almost completely disappeared, and even its sword looked brighter. At least it no longer looked like it was picked from a garbage heap. Bronze rank skeleton warrior. Strength 3000. Agility 3000. Spirit 3000. Constitution 3000. Skill Berserk Strike level 1. Berserk Strike level 1 deals 200% of own strength as damage to the target. 10-minute cooldown. The attributes remained balanced, with base attributes reaching 150 points. After the 20 times full enhancement boost, all attributes reached an astonishing 3,000 points. Lin Mo-yu couldn't judge what level of career professionals this was equivalent to based on his current knowledge. But with these attributes, he could dominate this area. Additionally, the new skill gave the skeleton warriors burst damage capability. Is this like one-trick pony master of all? Lin Mo-yu thought of a saying from his previous life. He didn't need complex, flashy skills. Just one or two practical and powerful skills were enough to dominate. This was his current situation. He lacked the dazzling spells of mages or the eye-catching combat techniques of warriors. With just these skills, he dared say no one below level 20 could be his match. Defeating a level 20 at level 10 was impossible for others, but not for him. With the skeleton warrior's attributes at his passive level, even if he stood still, letting a level 20 attack, it would take a long time to kill him. As Lin Mo-yu was about to summon more bronze-rank skeleton warriors, he heard a whooshing sound as an arrow flew past his face. Several more arrows followed, one hitting him, but an invisible membrane appeared, blocking it. His passive skill activated automatically, transferring all damage to the skeleton warriors. Lin Mo-yu remained unharmed. Under attack. Lin Mo-yu received the alert as his skeleton warrior's eyes glowed red, entering alert status. A black-clad figure ran from the forest, moving quickly with high agility. Lin Mo-yu guessed it was an assassin-type career. The figure saw Lin Mo-yu and quickly changed direction, disappearing in an instant. 2 seconds later, 2 more people appeared in pursuit. From their attire, Lin Mo-yu judged their careers, an archer and a mage. The archer had fired the arrow earlier. With the damage transfer passive skill, Lin Mo-yu would have been injured, or without. The two ignored Lin Mo-yu and continued their pursuit. Lin Mo-yu's eyes flickered. They were going the wrong way. The black-clad figure had changed direction here. Their pursuit was futile. Sure enough, the two returned seconds later. The mage used a skill, and Lin Mo-yu felt wind blowing around. After a few seconds, the mage sighed. That rascal is cunning. They've escaped. The archer said, "It's okay. They can't escape forever. We'll catch them eventually." Then he turned to Lin Mo-yu. "Little one, did a black-clad person pass by earlier?" Lin Mo-yu didn't answer, instead saying softly, "Your arrow hit me. Apologize." The archer saw the arrow on the ground and understood. "I'm sorry." Lin Mo-yu waved his hand. "Don't let it happen again." The archer had a strange feeling, as if Lin Mo-yu was looking down on him from above. The mage looked gloomy, clearly unhappy about the escape. He turned to look at the skeleton warrior beside Lin Mo-yu. An undead summon. His eyes showed a hint of disgust as he slowly raised his staff. The skeleton warrior's eyes glowed red, entering combat stance. The archer suddenly pulled the mage back, whispering, "Don't cause trouble." The mage's eyes rolled, but he lowered his staff. "Fine." Watching the two retreat, Lin Mo-yu said calmly, "You're lucky." Though he hadn't used detection, judging from the arrow's power earlier, their attack wasn't strong. These two weren't high level, probably around 20 at most. If they had attacked, Lin Mo-yu felt he might have had to kill them. He wasn't a saint. If bullied, he would retaliate 100-fold. When the mage raised his staff, Lin Moyu had already recalled all his skeleton warriors to the summoning space. He could have surrounded them instantly. If a fight broke out, they would have been hacked to pieces. Chapter 17. Blocking Badge. Killed level 10 Goblin Patrol. Experience plus 300. Killed level 11 Goblin Patrol. Experience plus 350. Obtained Goblin Bone. Notifications flooded in like a bullet screen, and experience rapidly increased. 44 bronze rank skeleton warriors were killing monsters in the forest. With the skill upgrade, Lin Moyu once again enjoyed the feeling of one-shot kills. The bronze rank skeleton warriors could kill level 10 and 11 goblin monsters in one hit. Efficiency increased again, but for level 10 onwards, the experience required for leveling up increased by nearly 3 times. Leveling became slower and slower. At this rate, Lin Moyu needed to kill at least 5,000 goblins to level up once. The tireless skeleton warriors kept killing, but it still wasn't quite enough. By nightfall, Lin Moyu was still 30% short of reaching level 11. Lin Moyu lit a campfire in the forest and ate food he had brought from home. He hadn't planned to go back. As time was limited, he couldn't be wasted on travel. At this leveling speed, I should reach level 13 tomorrow. It's unclear if I can reach level 15 the day after. After level 15, the leveling speed will slow down further, and I need to level a day to return. I need to leave a day to return. So I can probably reach level 16 at most. How did Sister level up back then? Her leveling speed couldn't have been faster than mine. Sister was a rare career, elf summoner. Her leveling speed should be similar to Xiao Sui's. I must be overlooking something. Lin Moyu pondered, thinking about the knowledge he learned in school and combining it with Lin Mohan's actions at the time. Suddenly he realized something. The West Sea Mine Dungeon. Did Sister team up with others to clear the dungeon? And it must have been at least nightmare difficulty. Nightmare dungeons are full of enhanced elite monsters, which surely give a lot of experience. That's why Sister came back injured and had been healed by someone. Yes, it must be like this. Lin Moyu clenched his fist, feeling confident in his guess. I'll check it out tomorrow. He made up his mind. As the night deepened, monsters within 500-meter radius around him had been cleared. The skeleton warriors hid in the darkness while he began to meditate. With 44 skeleton warriors protecting him and his passive skill, he didn't need to worry about safety. The forest at night wasn't completely quiet. Occasional wolf howls could be heard from afar. The rustling of leaves in the wind added an eerie, scary atmosphere. The temperature where Lin Moyu was located was lower than other places, as the presence of skeleton warriors turned the night wind into a chilly breeze. At midnight, a skeleton warrior suddenly sent an alert, waking Lin Moyu from his meditation. The skeleton warrior had detected someone approaching his position. It's a career professional coming to level up. There aren't many people who come to the forest to level up at midnight. Could they be lost? Lin Moyu didn't move but became alert. Outside, one should never let their guard down. The campfire served as the best guiding light in the night. Soon the person appeared in Lin Moyu's sight. It's her. Lin Moyu had seen her in the afternoon, the fleeing black-clad person. Excuse me, do you have any food? The black-clad person's voice was pleasant. Her large eyes were bright and clear in the firelight. Lin Moyu took out a sweet potato and handed it over. The only food he had prepared was sweet potatoes and some water. The black-clad person didn't complain. She removed her mask and began eating large bites, clearly very hungry. Behind the mask was a delicate, pretty face. She looked only about 18 or 19 years old, exuding youthful energy. Lin Moyu didn't use detection, as using it on strangers was impolite and could even provoke hostility. Then, before she could finish the word, she started coughing violently. She had been trying to eat and talk at the same time and choked. Lin Moyu handed her a bottle of water. The black-clad person drank a few sips and finally caught her breath. "Thank you." She finally managed to speak clearly. Lin Moyu just nodded slightly to indicate it was nothing. The black-clad person ate the sweet potato bite by bite. Lin Moyu didn't ask anything, and the atmosphere fell into an awkward silence. She didn't eat quickly. Her movements were graceful. While eating, her beautiful eyes occasionally glanced at Lin Moyu, flickering with a faint light, her thoughts unknown. After finishing, she finally spoke. "What's your name?" Seeing Lin Moyu didn't answer, she continued. "Don't like talking? How about this? Let's use detection on each other." Lin Moyu thought for a moment, then nodded in agreement. Their fingertips glowed simultaneously as they used detection on each other. Lin Moyu was stunned. The detection failed, and he didn't get any information. The black-clad person suddenly giggled, looking triumphant. "Hee hee, you didn't get anything, did you? So your name is Lin Moyu, level 10, and your career is necromancer? I've never heard of this career. How strange. This afternoon I saw something like a skeleton beside you. Is that your summon? Undead summons are rare." She suddenly became talkative, one sentence after another. "Why aren't you talking? Don't tell me you're mute. You don't look like it." Lin Moyu looked at her and asked calmly, "Why?" She looked as if she had discovered a new continent, her face full of surprise. "So you really can talk?" "Why?" Lin Moyu looked at her and asked again. She kept smiling. "You mean why the detection failed?" "Because of this." She took out an item that looked like a badge. "This is called a blocking badge. As long as you wear it, anyone whose level isn't 10 levels higher than yours will fail when using detection on you." She put away the blocking badge. "Now try using detection on me again." Lin Moyu nodded and cast detection. This time it worked. Ning Yi, level 19, Shadow Assassin. A cold breeze blew by, and Ning Yi's smile instantly disappeared. Lin Moyu also looked to the side. Chapter 18. Skeleton warriors can also be tanks. Lin Moyu already detected the newcomers through his skeleton warriors. Besides the archer and mage he met earlier today, there was now a knight carrying a sword and shield. The three surrounded them from different directions. Ning Yi's frowned, her delicate face scrunching up. "This is endless. It's just a mid-level scroll. They've been chasing me for days and still haven't given up." Ning Yi stomped her foot and said to Lin Moyu, "I am leaving. We'll play again if we have the chance." Whoosh! An arrow shot out from the darkness. Ning Yi's reacted quickly, dodging the arrow, dodging to the side instantly. The arrow exploded with a bang, transforming into two streams of light that fell on Lin Moyu and Ning Yi. Huge markers appeared above their heads, glowing brightly in the night, looking like they were wearing bright lamps. "Oh no, marker arrows!" Ning Yi's face suddenly paled, knowing things had become troublesome. Lin Moyu recalled the description of marker arrows. It was an archer skill that could mark targets, making them conspicuous and unable to enter stealth. Marker arrows were very effective against assassin-type careers, limiting their stealth abilities. They were also useful in dungeons against stealth-type monsters. Once marked by an archer, stealth skills were restricted, making escape much more difficult. "You can't escape this time." A cold laugh rang out as the mage from earlier emerged from the forest. On another side, the archer stood in a tree. From the third direction, the knight had also arrived. The mage gripped his staff, his cold gaze sweeping over Lin Moyu and Ning Yi's. "I knew you two were together. A dirty rat of an assassin paired with an evil, dark, undead summoner. What a fine couple." A faint light flashed in Ning Yi's hand, and a green glowing dagger appeared. "He has nothing to do with this. I'll give you the skill scroll, and we'll go our separate ways." The archer in the tree laughed. "That would have been fine a day ago, but now we think it's safer to kill you." The mage added, "Dead people are the safest. This way, no one will know we have a mid-level skill scroll, saving us a lot of trouble." Ning Yi whispered, "I'll hold them off. You run." Lin Moyu looked at her. "What about you?" "I'm a shadow assassin. The night is my domain. I have ways to escape." Lin Moyu knew Ning Yi was just saying this. If she could really beat them, she wouldn't have been running today. Clearly, the opponents were stronger. As a shadow assassin, she might have been able to escape before, but now hit by the archer's marker arrow, her stealth skills were ineffective, making escape much harder. The archer said gravely, "The night is long. Let's not waste time. Attack!" The mage raised his staff. "Today, not only will you die, but this little one will die too." Brilliant light burst from the staff, and a huge light orb rose into the sky, illuminating the surroundings like daylight. Illumination spell! The mage's illumination spell not only lit up the area, but also dispelled darkness and increased the mage's spell hit rate. Most crucially, it could also counter assassin stealth skills. This made Ning Yi's even more uncomfortable. Time to fight for our lives. Light flashed in Ning Yi's hand again, and a green dagger appeared. Her whole body tensed up. Her large eyes narrowed slightly. Her gaze became sharp as she looked for opportunities. The archer in the tree had his bow fully drawn, ready to shoot at any moment. The knight had taken out his sword and shield, poised in a charging stance. The mage's staff was glowing brightly. The three surrounded them, leaving Ning Yi no chance to escape. At this moment, Lin Moyu slightly raised his finger, and a skeleton warrior appeared in front of him. Wasted effort. The mage showed a hint of disdain and strong disgust. "Fireball!" The mage shouted. A huge fireball, a meter in diameter, appeared out of thin air, shooting towards the two with roaring flames. Fireball was a powerful spell that mages could only master at level 20. A direct hit would be fatal, or at least severely injured. "Quick! Dodge!" Ning Yi's face changed as she immediately pulled Lin Moyu back. As the mage launched the fireball, he also instantly cast a spirit entanglement spell. As Ning Yi was pulling Lin Moyu back, she suddenly felt her body become heavy, her speed slowing down significantly. An invisible thread of spirit power extended from the staff, entangling their feet. As Ning Yi was entangled by the spirit power, the archer also made his move. The bowstring vibrated with a twang, and an arrow shot out. Midway, the arrow split into three. Triple shot. One of the archer's techniques, turning one arrow into three, tripling the attack. At this time, the knight also charged forward at an alarming speed. It's over. Ning Yi's face turned pale. She suddenly pushed Lin Moyu away hard, pushing him out of the attack range. At this moment, two skeleton warriors appeared on Ning Yi's left and right. The three skeleton warriors acted like three shields, firmly protecting Ning Yi. The mage's fireball hit a skeleton warrior, exploding with a boom and bursting into flames. The archer's triple shot hit the skeleton warriors, making metallic impact sounds. The knight also collided with a skeleton warrior, but while the skeleton didn't move an inch, the knight was sent flying back. From the flames, the skeleton warriors slowly walked out, emitting a greenish-white light, showing no signs of injury. How is this possible? The mage couldn't believe what he saw. He had used detection earlier and knew Lin Moyu was only level 10, Necromancer. Summons couldn't exceed their summoner's level, so they should only be level 10 as well. How could his level 21 power fail to instantly kill them? The archer and knight were also stunned. What kind of summons were these? To be so strong. Crack. Crack. Accompanied by grating friction sounds, skeleton warriors appeared all around. A total of 44 skeleton warriors completely surrounded the three of them. Chapter 19. First kill done decisively. Not only were the three stunned, but Ning Yi was also shocked. She stared with wide eyes and an open mouth, unable to believe what she saw. Her expression was quite adorable. Earlier today, she had seen Lin Moyu's skeleton warriors. Those level 10 skeleton warriors had many cracks on their bodies, and their weapons were worn out. They looked like they would be easily defeated. How could they be so strong now? The mage's level 20 skill couldn't harm them. The archer's triple shot and knight's charge couldn't damage them either. Were these really level 10 summons? They seemed excessively powerful. And the number. Flames lit up the night as skeleton warriors silently appeared surrounding them. Lin Moyu, a man of few words, walked back to Ning Yi's side, his eyes filled with killing intent. Kill. With a thought, the skeleton warrior sprang into action. The mage's face changed dramatically. He shook his staff, and an energy shield appeared around him. Energy shield, a mage's signature skill. The higher the mage's level, the stronger the skill, and the more solid the energy shield. It was said that god-tier mages could withstand forbidden spells with their shields. Mages had low agility and couldn't move as quickly as archers. Now surrounded by skeleton warriors, he had no room to dodge. A skeleton warrior's blade fell, causing the energy shield to distort violently. The mage's face paled. With just one strike, his energy shield was nearly broken. What were these skeletons' attributes? Their attack power was terrifying. He had no time to think further as a second skeleton warrior's blade fell. The energy shield shattered, dispersing into countless points of light. Fire repulsion ring. The mages cast another skill, and a huge ring of fire exploded, pushing several nearby skeletons over 10 meters away. Before he could rejoice, darkness fell over him as two skeletons leaped above his head. He had no more chances to use skills. A flash of blade, and the mage's head flew off. In just 2 seconds, the mage was dead. The archer was now being chased by skeleton warriors in a very sorry state. Having witnessed the mage's death, his eyes were filled with fear. He was more agile than the mage, but still far inferior to the skeleton warriors with 3,000 agility. He kept using evasion skills, trying to escape the skeleton's encirclement, but his efforts weren't vain time again. As the skeleton warrior closed in, his room for maneuver grew smaller and smaller. Compared to the dead mage and the soon-to-die archer, the knight was in a slightly better situation. The knight's body glowed like a light bulb as he repeatedly used his charge skill to run away. This light was even more solid than the mage's energy shield, protecting him firmly. Even when the skeleton warrior's blades fell on him, they couldn't harm him. Its ultimate defense. I didn't expect this knight to have mastered this skill, Lin Moyu thought, recalling his knowledge of the skill. This was one of the knight's core skills. Once activated, it greatly increased defense for a short time. Its exact strength was unknown, but it was said that a level 20 knight using ultimate defense could withstand an attack from a level 40 mage. Though only for one hit, it showed how powerful ultimate defense was. Knights who mastered ultimate defense were like a different class compared to those who hadn't. However, ultimate defense wasn't an easy skill to learn. Knowing the corresponding skill book, it could only be learned through skill scrolls. The randomness was high. The knight fled frantically under ultimate defense. A scream from behind told him the archer had also died. With both the mage and archer dead, he was thoroughly frightened. How could these skeleton warriors be so terrifying? If he had known, he wouldn't have come. Losing his life for a mid-level scroll wasn't worth it. Use skills. Block him. Don't let him escape. Lin Moyu gave orders. He couldn't let the knight escape. Since he had started killing, he would finish it cleanly. The skeleton warrior's blades simultaneously glowed red. Berserk Strike, dealing 200% of their strength as damage. With 3,000 strength, the skeleton warrior's damage instantly doubled when using the skill. They can even use skills? The knight was terrified. The skeleton warriors were already frightening enough, and now they could use skills too. This was beyond belief. The glowing red blade fell on the knight. The white light on the knight immediately dimmed significantly. Then came the second hit and the third. Ultimate defense lasted for 1 minute when not under attack. The more intense the attack received, the shorter the duration of the ultimate defense. As more and more skeleton warriors rushed into their skills, the duration of ultimate defense was rapidly increasing. More skeleton warriors had surrounded him, cutting off the knight's escape route. It was hopeless. After about 10 seconds, the knight was dismembered by the skeleton warriors, dying with regret. Either don't do it, or if you do, don't hold back. This was what Lin Mohan had told Lin Moyu, and it was how Lin Moyu acted. They're all dead? Ning Yi still hadn't fully processed what happened. From the start of the battle to its end, it took only about 20 seconds. All three were killed. And the one responsible hadn't even moved, just standing there. Lin Moyu nodded, confirming Ning Yi's words. They were indeed all dead. The skeleton warriors returned, carrying many items. When career professionals died, the contents of their storage space dropped. The skeleton warriors had picked everything up. Bronze rank Carmen Staff, Spirit plus 20. Increases mage type skill power by 5%, usable after level 18. Bronze rank Carmen Bow. Agility plus 20. Increases archer type skill power by 5%, usable after level 18. Bronze rank Carmen Sword. Strength plus 10, Constitution plus 10. Increases offensive skill power by 5%, usable after level 18. Bronze rank Carmen Shield. Constitution plus 20. Increases defense skill effect by 5%, usable after level 18. Chapter 20. New skill, Corpse Explosion. The 4 weapons were neatly arranged in front of them. Bronze rank weapons glowing with greenish-white light, similar to the luster of the skeleton warriors. Ning Yi said these all came from the Carmen Orc Legion dungeon. Lin Moyu was puzzled. He hadn't heard of this dungeon. Seeing Lin Moyu's confusion, Ning Yi explained. The Carmen Orc Legion dungeon is a level 20 dungeon outside Xiaohai City. Those 3 often ran that dungeon. Lin Moyu nodded. These 4 bronze rank items were useless to him, but he could sell them for money. He unceremoniously collected the 4 bronze items, and Ning Yi didn't object. There were also some materials left, like wolf pelts, beast bones, and green sprout grass, though not in large quantities. Lin Moyu took them all without hesitation. Every little bit helps. They could be sold for money. After collecting the weapons, equipment, and materials, only 1 item remained. Junior Skill Scroll. Description. Can obtain a skill below level 20, may obtain an already learned skill. Unexpectedly, it was a junior skill scroll worth 100,000 gold coins. Very valuable. Lin Moyu held the scroll, considering whether to use it on himself or sell it. Ning Yi asked, "You probably haven't used a junior skill scroll before, right?" Lin Moyu nodded, confirming he hadn't. "Then you should try it. Although there's a chance of getting a skill you already know, you might learn a new skill too." "Wait, are you thinking of selling it? Really? Are you that short on money?" "It's just a junior skill scroll, not an advanced one. It's not worth much." In Ning Yi's words, 100,000 gold coins seemed like nothing. Clearly, she came from a wealthy background. Lin Moyu held the skill scroll. "How do I use it?" Ning Yi giggled. "It's simple. Just hold the scroll and say 'use' out loud." Lin Moyu didn't doubt her and followed her instructions. "Use." The scroll didn't react. Ning Yi said, "Oh no, that's not right. Your voice wasn't loud enough. You need to say 'use' loudly for it to work." Lin Moyu looked at her but didn't try again. He might not have used one before, but he wasn't foolish. The voice too low excuse was unbelievable. Lin Moyu had already guessed the correct method and directly activated the scroll with his spirit power. Ning Yi was expectantly watching Lin Moyu, waiting for him to shout, "Use." But Lin Moyu never did. Suddenly, the skill scroll burst into brilliant light, enveloping Lin Moyu. Ning Yi exclaimed in disappointment, "Ah, you figured it out." She had wanted to tease Lin Moyu, but failed as he found the correct method. The skill scroll transformed into a ball of light surrounding Lin Moyu. Obtain skill. Corpse Explosion. Corpse Explosion. Level 1. Detonate a corpse, dealing 10% of the corpse's life value as damage to enemies within 1 meter range. He gained a new skill. The scroll wasn't wasted. Corpse Explosion was currently at level 1, indicating it was a skill that could be mastered at level 10. Looking at the skill description, it didn't seem impressive at first glance, but the range was only 1 meter, which seemed too small to be useful. The power was based on the corpse's life value. Lin Moyu understood this concept of corpse life value. In a necromancer's eyes, corpses also had life. Their life came from flesh, bones, and even the soul. Even after death, a corpse's life value wasn't necessarily less than when it was alive. Like some powerful beings whose corpses remain uncorrupted for centuries, continuously emitting enormous energy. But Lin Moyu saw different potential in this skill. It was an area of effect attack skill. If he faced thousands of enemies, he couldn't rely on skeleton warriors to cut them down one by one. That would be too slow. Now, once an enemy was killed, he could detonate the corpse, damaging enemies within the skill's range. And as more enemies died, more corpses would form. He could continue detonate corpses one after another. As long as he had spirit power, the skill wouldn't stop. And with his talent, was the 1 meter range really a problem? Now it had reached 20 meters, and the damage had increased by to 200%. Another godly skill. With his talent, almost all of his skills became godly. As the scroll's light faded, Ningyi blinked her big eyes expectantly. How was it? Did you learn a new skill? I did. Lin Moyu didn't mind Ningyi's earlier teasing. She was just playful and mischievous. He wasn't petty enough to hold it against her. Ningyi smiled happily. Your voice sounds nice. Why don't you like talking? It's such a shame. Lin Moyu looked at her. This girl seemed different from the girls at his school. She was lively and playful. Your voice is nice too. Lin Moyu rarely complimented others. It wasn't that he was unwilling to talk. He just didn't like unnecessary chatter. He talked plenty with his sister Lin Mohan and his grandmother. Ningyi seemed very pleased, giggling. Thanks for the compliment. I know my voice sounds good too. Since you saved me and complimented me, I'll give you this. Saying this, Ningyi took out a box and directly placed it in Lin Moyu's hands. Intermediate skill scroll. Description. Can obtain a skill between levels 20 and 40. May obtain an already learned skill. In the exchange, an intermediate skill scroll could cost up to 10 million gold coins, 100 times the price of a junior skill scroll. Ningyi had mentioned that her pursuers were after this scroll. How could she give it away so easily? That will be the end of this read-through. We have done chapters 1 through 20, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, everybody, and I will see you in the next reading. Good night.